legend.
That's right.
A founder.
That's right. The main man is Bobby. I keep reminded that I'm sitting right here.
that is what is informing our choice of words. Kojo Frimpong.
Oh my God.
You and I know him as Sheikh. Then of course Kojo joins us because we are remembering what 25 years of excellence means here at Multimedia. And you know, a big part, a huge chunk of that excellence was brought by this man, Kojo Frimpong. And he continues to bring it wherever he finds himself. Brother,
am I not amazed? So you see, there's something called the audacity of the thief. That why does a thief think that while I have shut my house, closed all doors, why does the thief believe that he can get into my space, take my jewelry if I have it, or rob, take everything that he wants away, and I will not find out? What kind of audacity does he work with?
Who is robbing you right now?
You see? And that is why this show,
the
Feet of Legend, has survived 25 years and is still top of the scale.
That's right.
Because people like Kojo can get into people's cars, can get into people's homes without them noticing that he's coming. Takes over their morning, completely dominates it, and walks out.
That's the
audacity that the radio presenter has. And when you do it well, the response is to control 5 million, 10 million, 15 million minds every morning. And that's the job that you guys do so well at Multimedia.
That's right.
And I respect it.
That's right.
You have my fullest admiration and my fullest respect. Because this seat right here is a seat of legends.
That's right.
Let me quote Donald Trump.
Because it's about you today anyway.
Let me quote Donald Trump, who said, "You started it."
But before we start it all, we've got a few chaotic shouts. We
have a bunch of chaotic shouts.
Kojo has got a lot to tell us. There's a lot he's going to tell us today. But let's go through the chaotic shouts.
Okay, I don't know where to start. Let me do this one, which is on our screen.
Okay.
It says, "Hi Kojo, today marks the birthday of our wonderful daughter Viveka Namoko Ashong." Love the name.
Okay.
She loves you guys, especially in Nimwa, because the family radio is always locked on Joy and has been since 1995. It is indeed a chaotic birthday for Namoko. Oh, this is from Mr. and Mrs. Ashong at Pram Pram. We salute you both and happy birthday to your lovely daughter Namoko. Right, what have you got?
Oh, I've got loads of chaotic shouts today. This one is a happy birthday to Eli Hini, General Manager of Mobile Financial Services, MTN. He's a fantastic fan of the chaotic sports or Joy Sports Center. Now, we know you are not a fan of birthday celebrations. However, this is just to say we thank God that you were born for us. May you increase in wisdom, knowledge, health, wealth, and favor. We love you very much. From your wife, Olivia, and your children, Diam, Elaine, and Elena. That is one chaotic shout out of the way. There's another one going straight to the love of my life. This one is Ebenezer Wolanya Za, GT Bank Labone. Happy birthday. God richly bless you. Have a wonderful day from your love, Miss P. You got some more chaotic shouts?
I've got loads. Okay, so first of all, happy birthday to Heart of Oak goalkeeper Richmond Ayi.
Wow.
More grace and God bless you. That's a message from a brother, from another mother, Kwame Ba, who is also a goalkeeper at Asante Kotoko. Isn't that nice?
Of course, more chaotic shouts.
I've got a few more.
Of course, I've got chaotic shouts.
You know Parker Wilson, right? Our very own Kwesi Parker Wilson. You see him walking out. It's not his birthday.
Yeah.
But did you ever think that guy could be romantic? It's his wife's birthday.
Okay.
Yes. And this is his message to Mrs. Gifty Parker Wilson. He says, "Through the years, you have given me the gift of your heart. On your birthday, please know you have my heart and all that I can provide. I love you."
Chaotic shouts to Jerome.
I think he's doing this because he doesn't have cash. So he's giving his heart. Anyway.
Oh, don't do that. Chaotic shouts to Jerome Eduse Yamwa of Learning Skills School Ringway, celebrating the 4th birthday today from your mom, dad, grandma, wishing you the best. And then also birthday wishes to Mohammed Audu, A.K. Omele, right? Relationship Manager of EcoBank Ghana Limited, Harper Road Branch, Kumasi, former student of the popular school in Kumasi. That's Kumasi High School. Why do you have other one?
Right.
You know the popular school in Ghana is Presec. So.
All right. Happy birthday to Bradley Kwashi of Kwabuche.
Okay.
From 2 Green Track. And this is from 2 Green Track. And this from his mother, Mrs. Abigail Kwashi. Have we mentioned Namumu Densolai already?
No, we haven't.
Namumu Densolai is celebrating her birthday today. She's a loving mother and grandmother of a great family, and they pray that her milestone is filled with immense joy, love, and blessings. And they're thankful to God for all that she brings to their lives. And they say, we love you, wishing you the most spectacular day. And that's from Nana Amanate and the girls. Also, happy birthday to Rashida Bwediwa Asante. Asante.
Okay.
She's a national service personnel at the Ministry of Sanitation and Water Resources. May Allah grant you long life and good health. And that's from Teddy. Charlie, is that it?
Yeah, I think that's it. That's it.
I think there's one more.
One more final.
Yes. Happy birthday to MC Roxon of Roverman. More Viv is the message.
Roxon.
Indeed.
Guys, we hope you have a fantastic birthday, and we can't wait for the start of the JoySports Center. Today I will be the backing vocalist, and our lead vocalist will be the man Shakes, Kojo Fripo.
Yes,
great
indeed.
to have him in the studio. But Kojo, before that though, so we've got 2 Kojos.
Yes.
The senior Kojo, the junior Kojo.
Please,
So
I'm the little Kojo.
You got a little Kojo. Okay.
Kojolet.
So Kojolet, can you take us through our sponsors? Because you know the JoySports Center is brought to you by
MTN. Choose your own bundle your own way with MTN Flexi Bundle. Just dial *138# and enjoy bundles that don't expire. It's also brought to us by Standard Chartered Bank. Here for good. Now, are you a brilliant student? Of course you are. If you're in any of the public tertiary institutions in Ghana and you require financial assistance, then MTN Ghana Foundation is announcing the opening of entries for their Bright Scholarship Program. And it started on the 1st of May and it continues until the 15th of June 2020. Now, the MTN Bright Scholarship skips to... Anyway, let's reset. Seeks to ease the financial burden on students by paying for the cost of tuition, accommodation, and providing a stipend for books. Now, if you're interested, just go to scholarship.mtn.com.gh for criteria and the mode of application. Now, this year's application process will only be online. There's no hard copy application at all. So for more inquiries, just send your emails to MTN Ghana Foundation at mtn.com or send a WhatsApp message to 05533 00000. Or you could try 055 43 00000.
Yeah.
Or 055 53 00000.
That's right.
Scholarship award is free and there's no payment to be made for processing, submission, or final selection. Now, it's Standard Chartered. Your safety and well-being are important to them, okay? They understand that these may be heightened times, but look, let's just stick to the precautionary measures and we'll be fine. So keep washing your hands frequently, use alcohol-based hand sanitizers, avoid touching your face, and remember to cough or sneeze into a tissue and dispose of it right after. Health and safety units have significantly stepped up their frequency and cleaning of all branches and any touchable surfaces or platforms that you could possibly use, including their ATMs and desks at every branch of Standard Chartered Bank. So look, given the protocols around social distancing, Standard Chartered recommends the use of digital channels, including the SC mobile app and straight-to-bank platforms, which are available 24/7 for all transactions. The good thing about banking on digital channels is that you might just win amazing rewards anytime you transact on SC mobile. So please stay safe and keep well. Standard Chartered.
Here for good. Now time to get into the JoySports Center. Kojo Fripo is taking us through that. But Kojo, before you start, how does it feel to be back again?
16 years. 16 years since I had a mic like this.
Wow.
16 years.
Wow.
And I remember back then when we come to start the Sports Center, we always say, from 355 Farofa Street, this is the Sports Center. I am Kojo Fripo.
I got a tingle down my spine just there. Wow, you see, some things you never lose.
That's right.
They say it's like a bicycle.
Oh, yes.
If you don't have one, you steal one.
That's
all right. Let's go.
Really? It's a testimony show.
To quote Donald Trump, you started it.
It will cost each Ghana Premier League side 60,000 cedis to play a game should the Ghana Premier League return now. Sports Minister Isaac Isiama revealed this amount will be for testing players and paying for all precautionary measures to stage a game.
Football to look at even playing it on an empty stadium across the country. The guys who put it was a huge challenge because not only about going to play, putting in place and all these precautionary measures. How do you get the players to get to them? Even sometimes it's risky putting them at the hotel. So how do you get them on board? And how do you also disinfect the top of the country? Not only that, testing is key. You test each player. In our environment, is it possible for us to put football without our supporters with a challenge? So this issues we are considering. The figure that came out from the NEC was about 6 times a match, per match. And this is huge. For me, it's not only about the money, it's about the life of our athletes, of our footballers. How do you ensure that they are safe at all these youth centers?
Honorable Esiama, who was speaking at yesterday's media briefing at the Ministry of Information, also talked about how his outfit is planning to help athletes and players in these trying times.
This situation brought untold hardships to sports and women, team owners, club owners, sports specializing firms, and sports retail businessmen and women. Above all, the pandemic has caused immeasurable damage to the preparation of Ghanaian athletes who were preparing the various qualifiers for the Olympic Games with untold economic hardships. As a way to mitigate the plight, a collaboration between the Youth Employment Agency, YE, the National Sports Authority, NAC, the Ghana Olympic Committee, the National Olympic Committee, the Ghana Football Association, and the Ministry of Youth and Sports for the institution of a stimulus package known as Youth in Elite Sports for Ghana, and it will be launched pretty soon. The program is to provide the needed mitigation stimulus to abate the economic impact on their preparations.
That's Honorable Isaac Isiama, Minister for Sport. Ghana FA President Ken Okreku, who was part of the many sports dignitaries at the media briefing, told JoySports whichever decision they will take will be in the best interest of Ghana football.
Obviously, it all comes down to money, because if you want to embark on an elaborate educational campaign, it's money. If you have to get access to the PPEs, it's money. Okay, of course, clubs will have to play or may have to play behind closed doors. It means money will be lost. The National Sports Authority will have to prepare the facilities for us, because some of the clubs use their facilities. There's a question about money, etc., etc. So it is money. Money plays a big part. That's the gospel truth. The sports economy or the football economy is very small. It's not very, very robust, and therefore it's a challenging period where we have to really, really think outside the box, be very fair in our thinking process, and ensure that the best decision is taken for Ghana.
On former Black Stars coach Kwesi Appiah's salary arrears, Honorable Esiama revealed yesterday, government is determined to settle the money. Appiah is owed some $185,000, which is made up of 2 months' salaries and bonuses. Honorable Esiama insists they will pay Kwesi Appiah.
Coach Kwesi Appiah has done a lot for Mother Ghana. I have huge respect for that gentleman. There's nothing against. We do the FA, contacted him, gave an appointment. We all fully supported in all the assignments he engaged in. As a minister, I had a direct insight with the president. Give him full support, which I did. All the support I did. We provided all the support to him. We gave the father for 2 years. For the 2 years, we don't owe him a person. Paid everything. For the product extension, in that one, we paid about 3 for the soon. Not about 3 months. So we saw that we have been doing this research to the gentleman. No, we have been uncared. Not at all. No. We've shown care, concern, the gentleman. We've given the respect as a genuine. That respect. When I became minister, about grant, we owed him at that time. Gradually, we resolved it and paid him off. So I can assure the nation that gradually we shall pay his young people all his entitlements.
Honorable Minister for Sport, Isaac Esiama. So it's going to cost the Premier League some 480,000 cedis.
Yes.
Every week.
That's right. In
additional expenses.
That's right.
To stage a game.
That's right.
And if you extrapolate that over 15 weeks, that's some 7.2 million Ghana cedis. Will this be additional expenses, or this will be germane to the discussion even at the club level? Who foots this?
Yeah, I mean, this is big, because the the Ghana Football Association and the Ghana Premier League Management Committee must find a way around this, and that's why I think government are just on the tangent that it doesn't make sense. The cost analysis doesn't make sense, because you know what? Even with the testing of players, you have to do it twice. It's not that you test the players once and that's all. You have to keep testing the players. So you look at the.
So government will take this cost item.
We are not even sure about that, because in the stimulus package, government did not include clubs, even though they say they are companies. Did not include clubs. One is very careful about it, because he made one important point, the sports minister, by saying that the clubs have to prove to them that even when they are giving loans, they can pay. Not many clubs can do that. And we're talking
you spend 60,000 cedis on a King Faisal game. You spend 60. So if you're going to play King Faisal versus Olympics, that's a 60,000 cedi game,
and you are going to be forced to do it behind closed doors.
That's $10,000 per game in additional charges.
So what's the return actually? What's the return? I mean, it's not like they can sell advertising.
At this stage, the consideration is about the cost.
Yes.
And then they can, in the next iteration, maybe they can talk about what kind of return will come in. And of course, the return may not just be how much money is coming in.
Yes.
It's what the sport and football represent to the entire Ghanaian.
So there's really no like stimulus or relief or anything for sports, right?
So that's exactly what they're discussing. Because if you want to put in a stimulus plan, you need to have an idea, hazard a guess, as to what kind of benefits will come into the space. Is this an essential need? What are you trying to rescue? You need to think through all of these things before you actually make a decision that I'm going to put $10,000 per game, which comes then to $160,000 a week. No, it's $80,000 a week because there are 8 games. And then when you extrapolate it over 15 weeks,
even these days we have
7.2 million.
Even 9 games. Because these days we have 18 clubs.
Yeah. So
even an 18 club.
So you don't envy the minister and the football association, the president, right? Not the football chairman.
Yes.
We used to have a chairman. This is nouveau nomenclature. So today is exactly 26 years since Ghanaian boxing legend Ike Bazooka Quartey won his WBA welterweight title. JoySports editor Nathaniel Atto takes us down the seats of time.
Young Ike Bazooka Quartey, whose right jab was rated by the Ring magazine as one of the most lethal in the sport, went into the bout the underdog. He, together with his longtime trainer Oku Odampton, attended the news conference in the bout's promo t-shirts and sat quietly while they waited for the lanky Crisanto Espana, who was the man of the moment. The media focused on the Venezuelan, who was going into his third defense of the WBA welterweight title. But on the big day, June 4, 1994, the warrior from Bukum, Accra, proved a tough customer for the champion who had a solid previous record of 30 wins and no loss. Espana's 31st bout eventually landed in a TKO win for his opponent from Ghana, Ike Bazooka Quartey, in Levallois-Perret in Paris, France. That was the only loss recorded by Crisanto Espana in his career, which fueled his retirement one bout later. Ike defended the title 7 times after winning it and hung his gloves after losing a non-title bout with his childhood friend Ronald Winky Wright in a high-profile middleweight bout. He retired on 37 wins, 4 losses, and a draw. Ike Quartey, the Bazooka Man, has since received many honors, including a Grand Medal of the Republic of Ghana in 2008. One of the stands at the iconic Bukum boxing arena is also named after him.
Ike Bazooka Quartey.
You remember? I mean, I don't know. Do you think he retired too early?
The vicissitudes of life. I know too much about that story, so I can't. It's not everything I'm permitted to say. But it's the vicissitudes of life. I mean, success came early. He was a brilliant boxer. You know, one of the treasures out of Ghana. But sometimes, you know, if you analyze carefully what was done to him in that De La Hoya fight, I think that was unfair. And let's just say that life happened to Ike Quartey, you know, and people can be talented and they can retire early. And I don't think he even retired. I think he just went off the scale, and it was always more difficult to bring him back. So let's just say life just happened.
I was in awe of him. I lived in Cape Coast. I remember one day we were in Accra, my father and I, for some reason or the other. We were driving past his house. He had a house at Pig Farm, I believe. And my dad pointed to it and said, "That's Ike Quartey's house." We actually stopped We stopped and looked at it for a while. My dad was the biggest boxing
and I had the
fan,
opportunity, graceful opportunity, to work with Ike Bazooka Quote on something he called Jumus Production. So we put up a magnificent bout. I always think back to the time, I think it was in 2003, and it was so successful. It was the first fight out of Bukom that was beamed on, I think we did at the sports stadium, and it was beamed live on television, and it featured Malik Jabir, and it was an amazing fight. It was a really, really good fight. And you know, I feel with nostalgia because Bukom was like my second home, right? So I remember when we brought Bukom Banco to the studio. It was the first time Bukom Banco had airtime, and this was 2002, I think. So it's 18 years ago, and I was fascinated by the things Bukom Banco was saying at the time. You know, so I remember when we played it, he said, Komla Dumo said, "But who be that guy? You bring him to the studio." So I got my boys in Bukom to bring Banco to the studio, and the rest, as they say, is history. So 18 years ago, I heard Banco say, "I want to take out Roy Jones, and I want to be a biggest superstar." And when I look at that period spanning 18 years and what Banco became, I realized it's incongruous what your dreams could be and what you actually can become, right?
You do,
So, well, it happens. Yeah,
but he's always grateful. He always refers anyone to that important interview you had with him first on Joy FM. He's always said that.
I think Komla Dumo was just fascinated with him, and that's the power of the mic as well. You know, that you can transform and create people's destiny.
And he has become a lot of things, including light-skinned for a while.
For a while,
I might permit us to stop. In European football, the Portuguese league resumed last night as European football continues to make gradual strides towards a return amid the coronavirus pandemic. Authorities were worried after members of a Porto fan group said they planned to make a trip to nearby Villanova de Famalicão to support their team. But all is well with the first games out of the way. Famalicão beat FC Porto 2-1. The BBC's John Bennett says it should be an exciting race till the very end.
The Giants, Porto and Benfica, renewing their rivalry yet again. 1 point separating them at the top of the table. Porto are the leaders, and Braga are in third place. They're 15 points behind second place Benfica, so a long way back. And it's been a long, long time since either of those two teams, Porto and Benfica, didn't win the title. It was way back in 2002. It's interesting to look at the differences to the Bundesliga. There was a recommendation in Portugal by the country's health authorities to play in as few venues as possible, but despite that, all but 2 of the 18 teams will be playing at their home stadiums. Each round of matches spread over 4 to 6 days so that as many games as possible can be on TV.
John Bennett of the BBC. Some football fans appear to ignore social distancing guidelines during the Hungarian Cup final on Wednesday. Only the lower tier of the 67,215 capacity Puskás Arena was opened, with fans encouraged to sit apart during Budapest Honvéd's 2-1 victory over Zari. Most fans obey the rules, but rival groups gathered behind each goal. Hungary became the first European country to allow fans to attend games since the COVID-19 pandemic on May 31.
That's really bold.
I wonder how they feel about that choice.
Very bold. Some of the pictures, like, the fans just forgot that there was anything called virus. They were having fun.
I think it's the same reason we don't want to open up the drinking bars.
Yeah. Because people will forget.
Because you see, the situation and the environment dictates your behavior. I mean, how are you going to go into a football game and sit 1 meter apart?
But the thing is, you see, it's all well and good being brave and not being worried about the virus and pursuing your passion beyond any fear, right? But you're not the only one at risk here. You might actually be fine if you get COVID-19, but you end up giving it to someone who can't survive it. So it's a real consideration.
That's on the presumption that you're thinking about one person. How about if 10 people get together and they say, you know what, for this time and this time alone, let's just
have fun.
Let's just relive the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just. So
that's 10 risks.
And when you meet 100 people who believe they don't have the virus, and they believe that so it's not something that's to be encouraged. But when you get into the environment, things happen.
It's easy to forget.
So if you get into a drinking bar, for example, it's easy to forget that. On the flip side is something called coronavirus. When the thing is in your front, that one, it's difficult to put it out for later. And I think that's why. So I think the best decision is not to allow fans at all. I mean, Germany has been incredible in the way they've handled this coronavirus. And I've seen how people have been going to, but of course that's Germany, right? Everything is tutored to engineering efficiency. But Hungary, allow the people to once you allow the people into the stadium, you're calling for trouble.
That's true. Okay. And it's interesting how the fans
we don't even allow people to go anywhere, and there's
still trouble.
I mean, go to the places, right? I just come back from Winchi, and even though there's awareness. In some other places, people think that the virus is not here, so allow us to go. Final news for today, and it's coming from Turkey. Trabzonspor have been given a 1-season ban from European football over financial fair play breaches. UEFA said the Super League leaders had failed to meet an agreement reached in 2016 when the club was found to have breached the rules. The ban will apply if they qualify for Europe next season or in 21-22, but they will not be implemented after that. So if they decide to stay on European football for next season or they don't qualify for next season, then that's it.
I'm
what
sure
an
that's
incentive.
If they have the luxury too, I think they just think about it.
I don't know when Hassan is playing.
No, he's not. Hassan these days.
Well, it shows how.
You're welcome back.
I've been out of orbit for a long time.
Quite a bit, but I think we understand. You've been fantastically busy and prominent in your chosen sphere of endeavor. Yes, I'm not saying anything beyond that because you haven't paid for airtime.
I mean, I was, before you, in our series, we've had Eva Autry. We've had.
Those are my people.
Eloy Mande.
Those are my people.
We've had Yawan Pofankra.
That's my boss.
All come through to do the sports center with us. Just tell me a bit about life back then, working with all these fantastic guys.
Permit me to say, humbly, with all due respect to the present generation,
we take up.
It felt like you walked into the presence of greatness every morning when you walked into the studio. Because if ever there was a colossus of morning broadcast, the name would be Komla Dumo. So you would walk into the studio every morning to sit in front of Komla. This is the guy who's taking government on. He's suing people. He's and at the time I didn't think we had too many superstars in Ghana. Komla was a superstar on the radio, and it was a big superstar. So every morning when you walked into the room, you could feel the aura, And then there was Yampo Fuankra, who had, when I joined in 2001, you had just come from the BBC, or had gone to the BBC, so you had come fresh from the paragon of journalism. So had come Christopher Poku, of blessed memory, amazing voice, amazing guy. He had come from Kumasi as well. Eloy joined, Eva joined. They became my team. At the time, there was Sonny Decker. There was Gabi Ajete. There was Doreen Ando, who is still here today. There was Susan, our news editor, amazing person. Akweshi Sapon of the BBC. Atokwame Nadadze was here. He joined as well. I think Ato even came before I did, right? Stanislav Hwesedobe. So Ofe Diogo. These were like the Galacticos of the game. And humble me, I was working with them. So it always felt like you were thrust in the presence of great people. And remember that at that time, Joy, I think, was just about 6-7 years old. So it was always work. It was always fun. It was always play. We're like a unit, you know. And I'm blessed to have those memories. And look, I worked here at Joy for just 3 years, right? Just 3 years. I came in 2001, 2004. I said I was going to start my own business, and I left. But to date, till this day, I worked there for 3 years, 16 years after. People still refer me to my time at Joy FM. And it's really fulfilling when you come across when you think back, you know, and it was amazing. It was just amazing, you know, and I would have running arguments with Comlodimo, and you know, and you know, one of the silly arguments we had was which country had the most beautiful women in Africa?
In Africa. Because you'll try.
I feel like we have to do that tomorrow. I need to do homework first. I need to do my research. All right.
And this argument was occasioned by the fact that I had just come back from Rwanda, and my mind was splitting up. I couldn't see it. So Rwanda's Nikki is the land of 1,000 hills and beautiful women.
Oh, I see.
The same way Ghana is the land of gold and cocoa. Rwanda prides itself as the land of 1,000 hills and beautiful women.
Wait, let me get that right.
It's part of the moniker.
A land of 1,000 hills on beautiful women
and beautiful women and beautiful women.
Okay.
So when I came, I was like, dude. That's Rwanda. It's like, wow. Like, Charlie. Then he said, Charlie, but could you forget? You see the Ethiopian girls. Then about 7 years later, when he had gone, one dawn he called me and said, Charlie Kojo. I'm like, yeah, boss. Say, Charlie, but you decide the argument we have about the Rwandese and the Ethiopia. I say, yeah, big man. They say, Charlie, be like you win. And I was like, why? He said, I said, why? Have you been to Rwanda? And I said that with a tinge of jealousy. I was like, no, Charlie, I go do some work for Uganda. Charlie, you go believe say the Ugandan women they protest. Say the Rwandese women for leave the town. Hey!
Whoa!
But you know, it was that inspiring. I remember when he came back from Harvard, he asked me to take him to Osu to go and eat steak. And he had a car, and there were many cars. He insisted that I drove him to Osu. So yeah, I had potus.
The bonding was great.
I had the guy in my car.
Air Force One.
I became Air Force One. So we went to Osu, and all he kept telling me was, Charlie, but you forgo Harvard. This was in 2004 or 5. Charlie, but you forgo Harvard. Charlie, the thing that they do for the school there, you forgo there. So I kind of promised him that, yeah, I'll go there. I'll go. So when I got my admission to go to Harvard, I was like, thank you, boss. I salute you. And when I got there, so one day, something surreal really happened. I was in class and somebody came, an elderly person said, hey, I hear you from Ghana. I'm like, yeah, I'm from Ghana. So do you know Komla? I'm like, yeah, I worked with him. I went to him. He says, yeah, that guy was a great guy. And I'm like, yeah. You should be telling me that, right? You knew him for a year. I understudied him for 3 years. So, you know, it's reminiscent. Right now, it's tough for me. But,
right?
But we had a great time at Joy FM. And I'm grateful for the memories. Really,
let's go through some of the shows that you I know you did the JoySports Center, you did the JoySports Arena.
So when I came to Joy, actually, I didn't want to do sport.
Okay.
Right?
Wow.
I didn't even want to do radio. I wanted to do marketing.
Okay.
Quick cash.
Because I realized early that when you sit on this show, it's brilliant. People hear your name. People know who know your voice. People know practically who you are. But it's a travesty of economics.
This table that you are shaking.
People know you, but it's not adequately catered for in the economics department. Right. You know, so and I had experience of that. So when I came to Joy, I said, no, I've done radio 3 years in Takoradi. That's where I began. Sky Power FM. And everybody who's listening to us in Takoradi, I salute. Because that gave me the opportunity. So when I came here, I was like, no, I'm going to work in marketing. And they said, no, work on radio. So yeah. So I'm very happy every time I listen to Joy Sports Center and it's got MTN on it. Because I remember it was in my time that MTN signed on. And Fuad Salabi, who was Chief Marketing Officer, called me into his office and said, but you know, Kojo, it is because of you that I'm doing this deal. So if you know you are going to leave, tell me.
Shouts to MTN. And by the way, I'm making an executive decision, right? Since Mrs. Putus, I'm making an executive decision. We're keeping Kojo Frimpong for a little bit longer. We're going to take a few messages. And when we come back, we'll reminisce some more about the good old days.
We have quite a schedule this morning.
Yes, you and I have quite a schedule. Stay exactly where you are. More to come right after these.